Long awaited for many people, always a shoe that has a lot of hype to it. This is the Asics Novablast 4.
Yeah, I still remember the first time we got the Novablast in our hands. It was a groundbreaking shoe, the Novablast 1.
I think it came almost out of nowhere.
Out of nowhere, yeah.
And it was bouncy.
Like you've never seen before.
Yeah, exactly. In a place where you don't see bounce.
Yeah.
Like those years ago.
Yeah.
And it's gone through some kind of evolution.
A lot have happened since then, in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Season 2, or Novablast 2, was a little bit more stable.
Yes.
Novablast 3 was maybe a little bit more...
A lighter version?
Yeah, exactly. And now they've gone and made some changes again.
Maybe we should start with the upper.
Upper is changed. It's now a woven upper, which I find to be a little bit between like a mesh that was earlier and a knit.
Yeah.
So it's not as stretchy, but it's still like a tiny bit more comfortable. It's still like a one layer, so it feels kind of breathable, but it's not like an open air container.
I've tried it in both, not hot conditions, but in Denmark, winter, bit hotter conditions.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And in really cold conditions, and I had no concerns in any of them.
So it's generally a lightweight upper, a little bit more padding in the back, semi-gusseted tongue, just an overall nice fit.
Yeah. Really still this adaptive feeling you get.
Yeah. And my feeling is it's like in the middle. It's like a snug little hug. Yeah.
Snug little hug.
Now the biggest changes have been to the midsole.
So the midsole is where the magic happens in most shoes and also in the Novablast 4. Now you have the FF Blast Plus Eco.
Yeah.
Same material as you see in some of the other Asics shoes.
Yeah, Nimbus 25, 26, Kayano 30. Maybe a tad softer than FF Blast Plus, which was in the earlier version.
Yeah, but the geometry is what you want to talk about in this shoe. You get this rugger shape.
And it's that pillow in the front that just makes it nice to push off.
Yeah, when you hit the shoe right there, you just get this really nice pop that makes this shoe good for different kind of runs and different paces. It's really what makes this shoe versatile. Yeah.
Compared to the last version, as I said, a little tad softer, maybe a little bit better for those longer runs where you just want a little bit more comfort, but still versatile.
I did some tempo in these shoes, actually a longer session. Obviously, they don't find this carbon plate, a really exaggerated pop, but you still get a really nice toe off when you're running in the shoe.
I don't think I need a carbon plate in this shoe. Also, I've seen it's a little bit wider because of the softer foam. It just makes it more stable.
Yes, exactly.
Last big update is that new low density AHAR outsole.
Yeah.
And one of the bigger critiques with Novablast 3 was that it kind of got a little bit slippery when it was wet. Now they've changed the rubber here to a low density AHAR rubber, which just means it's a little softer.
I took it for a run in some really icy, snowy conditions. And obviously you take the turns in a slower pace, but they were working just perfect for me, even in some really harsh conditions.
So if we put the Novablast into a lineup, I feel it's a versatile shoe. They can do a little bit of everything, but maybe a little bit more focused on the tempo. If we have a different shoe, the Nimbus 26, more of a cushioned version. There's a pure gel in the heel. The geometry is a little bit different. It still has some rocker.
Still does, yeah.
But it's not the same.
Not as snappy as this one is. When you go for comfort, you go for Nimbus. So when you go for your easy recovery day, you should pick the Nimbus 26.
Yeah, and if you want to go for a long run and you're not focusing on maybe a little bit of tempo, it's also good. But then you have the Novablast to do a little bit more of that.
It could be an easy day where you have some small pickups, or if you have a shorter tempo session, you could also use the Novablast,
Yeah, so there you go. There's two really good shoes that fit really well together. The Novablast 4 has arrived at RunningXpert.com. You can buy it right there.